Today's program is brought to you by pennystockprofessor.com. For all the best OTCBB stock picks, sign up at pennystockprofessor.com.
In today's international news, more women have reached the pinnacle of power in Asia in recent years than in any other part of the world, and their example has shown that in general, women leaders can be hard to tell from men. Rather than earning their positions independently, almost every one of them has risen to power through a family connection. Sirimavo Bandaranaike of Sri Lanka, who became the world's first female elected head of state in 1960, has been followed by female leaders in India, Pakistan, and Indonesia, by two each in Bangladesh and the Philippines, and by Mrs. Bandaranaike's own daughter in Sri Lanka. President Gloria Arroyo and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in Bangladesh are in power today, and both are known for their toughness and combativeness. Most surprising given widespread stereotypes about Islamist female leadership in the heavily Muslim states in the Southeast and South Asia. Except for Afghanistan and Brunei, women lead or have led governments or opposition groups in all predominantly Islamic countries in the region. But taken together, experts say these leaders have done little to advance the causes associated with women's rights. With few possible exceptions, govern differently from men, and they have not broken a path to the top that other women have followed. And the rise of female leaders does not seem to reflect any change in the patriarchal nature of Asian societies. Rather, it demonstrates the power of a name and the persistence of political dynasties, whether they involve men or women. An exception is Han Mayung-suk, who attained her position as Prime Minister of South Korea from 2006 to 2007 without a family connection. Megawati Sukarnoputri, a daughter of the founder of Indonesia, Sukarno, made a campaign virtue of her passive style, declaring, "So what's wrong with being a housewife?" This is not to say that the role of women has remained static in Asia. Women are advancing in many nations as business executives, politicians, and diplomats, and in professions like law. Society in many places is becoming more westernized, with a breakdown in family structures that liberates women from traditional roles in the household and accords them greater respect in the public area. But there still seems to be a glass ceiling that holds back women from reaching the very top purely on their own merits, and a political context that may limit their room to maneuver as leaders.
In U.S. news, entertainment is getting expensive. John Anderson and Sharon Rappaport estimate they spend $400 a month, or close to $5,000 a year. There are $30 a month data plans on their BlackBerry cell phones. The couple's teenage sons each have $50 subscriptions for Xbox Live, and they send thousands of texts each month on their cell phones, requiring their own data plans. It used to be that a basic $25 a month phone bill was your main telecommunications expense. But by 2004, the average American spent $770 annually on services like cable television, internet, and video games. According to the data from the Census Bureau, by 2008, that number rose to $997. Add another $1,000 or more for cell phone service, and the average family is spending as much on entertainment over devices as they are on dining out or buying gas for the car. And those government figures do not take into account movies and music and TV shows that are bought through iTunes, or the data plans that are increasingly mandatory for more sophisticated smartphones. For many people, the subscriptions and services for entertainment and communications, which are more often now one and the same, have become indispensable necessities of life, on par with electricity, water, and groceries. And for every new device, there seems to be yet another fee. Buyers of the more advanced Apple iPad can buy unlimited data access for $30 a month from AT&T, even if they already have a data plan from their carrier. Americans are transforming their homes into entertainment hubs, which is driving up the amount of money they spend. As the expectation of connectedness increases, if what is expected for people to be functional in society, but they do not take into consideration the long-term economic effect of devices they purchase, such as maintenance and operational cost. People see $15 a month as a very low amount of money, but it quickly adds up. Consumers will have to make tough choices as the next generation of connected devices that have their own data plan or subscription service come to market. The cable TV companies battle the phone companies by bundling cable, landline phone, and internet services, but most wireless carriers do not yet have any programs to bundle data plans or offer discounts for myriad mobile devices.
In today's health news, Victoria Beckham has admitted defeat at last, having spent years tottering and tripping her way through airport VIP lounges and executive suites at football stadiums in 8-inch Louboutins. The woman who once said that she can't concentrate in flats has been spotted sporting ballet pumps, flip-flops, and trainers, and photographs have revealed the reason the 35-year-old mother of three succumbed to the greatest of British problems, the bunion. Victoria joins thousands of Britons who show a notable lack of respect for our long-suffering feet. 80% of British women suffer from foot problems such as bunions, corns, and trapped nerves. Podiatrists say that often the solution is wearing the right footwear, but getting their patients to follow this advice is another matter. A survey of 2,000 women in the UK suggested that 73% wear shoes with the heel more than 5 inches high once a week for up to 6 hours. Only 4% take the safer option of kitten heels up to 2 inches high. Toe squeezing pumps provide zero shock absorption and cause ingrown toenails. Uggs are a podiatrist's dream because they are equivalent in support to walking barefoot, causing pain in the knees and legs. Even the new generation of fitness footwear and fit-flop boots that claim to tone our legs and improve posture have sparked concern among foot specialists. Just like heels and pumps, they force the foot and leg muscles to work differently, which can come as a shock to the body if worn by a heel junkie. We would be better off in a decent pair of trainers, but in this age of instant gratification, we want our shoes to do all the work for us. We should consider our feet as a long-term investment rather than a way to express fads and fantasies. Your feet may look great when you set out this morning in your 5-inch court shoes, but in later life you could pay the price in everything from bunions to back pain or broken ankles.
In tech news, YouTube added a new filtering mechanism called Safety Mode to the popular video sharing website used by millions. This option allows you to filter out the sort of videos you may find offensive, whether that's those featuring adult content or violence or some other objectionable material. It will even filter out profanity from the YouTube comments. Using the new setting found at the bottom of any YouTube video page, you can switch safety mode on or off. And while parents will certainly be tempted to do so in an attempt to enable parental control mechanisms for the site, they should be warned that even the least tech-savvy youngster can easily shut out this new feature in a minute or less. According to posts on Google's YouTube blog, safety mode is enabled via a setting found at the bottom of any video page. To switch it on, scroll all the way to the bottom of the page and look for the new option listed directly under the current location and current language settings. If this is the first time you're accessing the setting, the link will read Safety Mode is off. Simply click the link to set Safety Mode on by selecting On from the bulleted choices provided. Click Save to close the configuration dialog box. This will switch on the safety mode for the current browsing session, but it will not make the change permanent. In order to lock in safety mode, you'll first need to sign into your YouTube account with your password and then enable the setting. From that point forward, the option will remain enabled whether you are logged into your YouTube account. While on the one hand, it's nice to have an option to keep the more offensive content out of sight, the majority of YouTube users aren't likely to be offended by the service's current crop of videos. YouTube already has a relatively stringent guidelines to keep pornography, images of drug abuse, and graphic violence as well as other objectionable material from being hosted on their service. Instead, the YouTube users who are going to be the most interested in this content filtering system are parents. Since YouTube is home to a number of kid-friendly videos, including everything from Muppets to the odd, strangely addictive YouTube character called Fred, the site has remained one of the top destinations for the net for children. Some may argue that safety mode isn't really intended to be a parental control mechanism. It's just meant to be a handy filter for those with more delicate sensibilities. But YouTube's own demo video states otherwise. Safety mode is an opt-in setting that helps screen out potentially objectionable content that you may prefer not to see or don't want others in your family to stumble across while enjoying YouTube.
If you have a structured settlement or annuity and are not sure if you should sell, then this free structured settlement guide from Client First is for you.
Client First showed me how I could customize my settlement my way.
This free guide shows you how to get a lump sum and keep your payments, get immediate cash in 48 hours, and much, much more.
Now I'm able to buy a home and still keep my payments.
Call the number on the screen today for your free Client First settlement guide. Get a lump sum and keep your payment.
In today's fashion news, Jessica Simpson was ridiculed for wearing mom jeans during a performance last year, but that won't stop Jessica from launching her own denim line. She is expanding her fashion line to include jeans in July. Jessica said because she lives in denim, that fit was the most important. She was inspired to create a great denim line that complements the entire Jessica Simpson lifestyle brand. The line, which will sell in about 1,000 department stores and on jessicasimpsoncollection.com, will boast basic bootcut jeans as well as flares and feature straight and skinny leg styles. To pair with the pants, Simpson has also designed a collection of lace-trimmed blouses, cardigans, boyfriend blazers, and fake fur vests. The jeans will start at $49, while the tops and jackets will cost between $29 to $79.